of course, my daughter decides to show up in the
Hello.
background. Say hi. All right, we're live. She shows up when she knows the session
Perfect.
is live. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to this SmartReach AI session. And my daughters are home from school, so this is the first time they're making a cameo in their pajamas. Joined by, besides my daughters, Karan, Parwani, Rocket Hub. Thanks, man, for organizing this. And Shira Simmonds
Correct.
from SmartReach, co-founder.
Yes.
Thank you for making time, Shira. I know it's tough times now, but you're
Yeah.
still working through it. That's amazing. For a founder like yourself to push through. So how are you doing today over there?
I guess that's what founders do, right? We just need to
Yep.
push through. We don't have a choice. Yeah. So no, the truth is that I'm in Tel Aviv, like near Tel Aviv. For anyone that is listening and watching, we are living through a war. So I warn the team here that if we get a warning for a siren, that means that rockets are falling. I have to run to the bomb shelter. So if that does happen, then we'll just take it from there. You guys will continue on.
Yeah, I think the webinars is not the first priority right now, and
Exactly.
it's just amazing. It's
That
still
I
it's
just
amazing.
asked her, I just asked her, do you want to do it? Is it feasible for you? She said, yeah, let's do it. So yeah, I would be screaming like a monkey if I was there. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Oh,
I
and
would, I would
yeah,
have,
here in New York, you'd be like, nope, sorry, gotta reschedule. I
yeah,
mean, the little
gotta reschedule, man.
a little backstory. I was chatting with Karan about setting this up, and he was changing the times, and I'm like, oh, what this is weird. It keeps changing, and then he's like, oh yeah, she's in Israel. I was like, what? like it's okay. We don't have to do it.
And I
Uh,
told I told Karan that it's better to do it now. We're kind of learning the Iranians, schedule for rockets. I mean, even though this morning it was a little bit of a surprise, we got one at 7 something. But usually, I don't want to, knock on wood. It usually doesn't happen now, but around the time like 6, 7 o'clock is when it starts again. So hopefully we're in the clear for now.
yeah, yeah. Well, we're
Yeah,
we're all we're all with you, and keep checking
yeah,
on.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks
yeah,
you.
and thanks for
yeah.
joining us. And Rouhani Rabin is here. He likes the attic and he
Addict.
likes
Thank
the hat. Yeah,
you.
I love the hat.
I
That's a
told
good
her.
hat.
She said she has like a whole collection of it. I'm like, wow.
I have hundreds. I told Karan he has to tell me his favorite color, and when I meet him in person, I'm bringing him one of
Oh,
these
Yeah,
hats.
yeah, I'll be getting one when I'm there.
I need one too. Yes, I want a
No problem.
hat.
You're in the
we
hat
all
club.
can meet in we all can meet in Croatia, where
Yes.
Joe is from, and Zagreb, and then we can kind of say,
I would
hey,
love
get
that.
those.
I
We'll
would
fly.
love
You got to
that.
fly into Zagreb, or you could fly into Kirk, where my house is, my parents' home, and yeah, we could have a little. We need those hats on the beach. So,
Yes,
uh,
perfect all year round. I have a huge collection. Yeah, so thank you.
so give us a little origin story background,
Sure.
Shira, about SmartReach. I mean, I read up on your background a bit, but you could share a little more if you'd like. It's an interesting story.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have a
How'd you
lot to
start
share.
this thing?
Um,
Why start
Why?
this thing?
Why? So yeah, I have been running a lead generation agency for the last 14 years. And SmartReach AI is a technology that I've kind of been cooking in my head for like the last 4 years, I would say. And really, it was out of a need for my team because I had at one point over 100 people on the team, and many of them were doing what I built automatically. They were doing manually. So they were manually, researching different components that we needed for our target list for our clients on their websites, in the news, funding, Crunchbase, like manually doing everything. And we were also realizing that the landscape of cold email and LinkedIn is really changing, especially over the last year. And what used to work and book us, 5, 10 calls easy is much, much harder right now. Definitely because of AI. I think the fact that most people who are not writers now have, writing skills at their fingertips. So everybody's getting inundated with messages. But also because the ISPs are getting stricter in terms of spam and making sure that they land in the inbox. And then lastly, this hyper personalization that, originally we thought would work so well, like, hey, Joe, loving what you're doing at LoudEgg, like everybody's doing that now.
Yeah,
And
it's
so,
going crazy.
and we're able to spot those, and the conversion rates have really dropped. So we had to get quite creative in how we built the technology. And I would say also the last pain that I was really living through was, I mean, I still do, but definitely much less, have tons of subscriptions to all these different tools that we're using, right? And the costs are astronomical for the tools. Having so many different screens open and integrating all of them and knowing which ones to use when. So that was just such a pain that I was like, there's got to be an easier way. So I really built it honestly for myself. And then as I was using it for my clients, they were like, you have to offer this to other people too. Like, it's really good. So we built out a SaaS version of it as well. And that launched in February. So we're pretty new. And yeah, quite excited to talk about it and share what we've built.
Yeah, I saw that you use a lot of tools, right? SmartReach incorporates a bunch. I mean, it was like Rocket Reach, Ocean, yeah. I saw Perplexity that stood out because I love Perplexity for content creation.
I love Perplexity.
How did I mean, don't go under the hood too much, but how does that all work? Like integrating all these tools and
it's a beast.
APIs.
It's a beast. Let me tell you, it was not easy. I have an amazing CTO actually out of India, an amazing front end developer, amazing AI developer, and like the first thing was just us. Over the years, I've evaluated so many of the tools already. And honestly, even in the last month, we recently made some switches as well. Like, we switched from OpenAI to Gemini to Perplexity. Like, we're constantly, checking and seeing the new releases, the new features, the new capabilities, and switching it around. But, I was using tools like Ocean, like Crunchbase, like Indeed. So I right away knew, okay, these are ones, that we need. When we were very lucky because we built it as a lead gen agency for our clients. So unlike other companies that are starting just from a tech space, we had the requirements already from our clients. So they were telling us, listen, we really need to know their funding. We need to know their website visits. We need to know if they're running ads. And I kind of got the requirements from my clients based on, okay, what do they need to really build their lead list? And then I prioritized it, and we did one integration at a time. It was a beast. It still is. It's something we're constantly doing. We're just about to launch instantly at the end of the week.
Oh, wow.
And that's going to be more on, first we're using them for something really cool, which is the catch-all verification, because that's another thing my team was doing, was building these lead lists. And if you're familiar, a nice percentage of them are what's called catch-alls. So they're either valid, they're catch-alls, or they're invalid, right? So invalid means, okay, it's for sure going to bounce. That's what it's telling us. And usually you run it through a verifier. So you have to first build your lead list, then upload it to a verifier. Then once you find out which ones are catch-all, then you have to upload it to other verifiers, or there's all these different tricks you could do to like send out the emails and see which ones bounce. And I was like, there has to be an easier way that I can have one tool, click, to do it all. And so that's what we built. So now when you click verify, it will go to Million Verifier if it's a valid, and it will go to instantly if it's a catch-all that will verify the catch-alls about 30.
Wow. Because I actually thought you guys were kind of in that instantly spaced alternative in a way, but you're using actually the tool in there because you're all these tools, like you're more of a Clay alternative, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. So okay.
Yeah, people like to say we're Clay for dummies, or like another user said.
So Clay for me, you're saying, because I can't say it's Clay for Joe, because if everyone who works with me knows it's like, give Joe a tool, he'll break it.
Oh my gosh, no!
But that's why I like doing these. I told Karan I do these sessions so I could learn, and if anyone joins, great.
I love it.
Awesome. So yeah, if you want to start sharing the screen and showing things, and we could have maybe questions towards the end, or Francois here. He's probably going to ask about French thing.
Always, yeah. His first question is the dashboard in French or not?
Does it work in Paris?
Not, but it can work. Okay. So tell me if you guys can see this.
All right. Here we go.
Yep, we can see it.
We are good.
There we go.
So I actually just went ahead and built a list for you guys, just for the purpose of time right now to kind of share. But I'll quickly show you. You can either go into the company filters or the people filters. This is very similar to like Rocket Reach, Apollo, Zoom info, right? So you have all the different filters here. So you could filter by country, by state, you can remove them or include them. You can filter by industry, you could type in your industry. You can also go deep within the industry as well. You can see there's a lot of sub-industries. You could search by their title, by their department, by their management level. This is a really great signal. I call this an intent signal. If they've recently started their job in the last 3 months, 6 months, it's a great signal to say, hey, I see you started your job, would love to help you with this, whatever your KPIs are. And I love this one too. This is, you could pull skills from their LinkedIn profile. So like, for example, the other day I was building a list and I wanted to find YouTube influencers. And I was like, this is a really hard lead list to build, because usually you have to go to YouTube, you have to search for the channel, then you have to try to, click on each channel, find the person. Very hard to find people details. So if I can work backwards and type in YouTube or video content as a skill that's on their LinkedIn, then I can potentially find them and find their LinkedIn. And I was able to build a pretty big list. So that was a cool one. And then we have employee count. You could add as many as you want. Revenue. Okay, so I just built a little list here. Okay, it's not so little. It's 16.75 thousand that meet this criteria. Okay, so US, they've recently started their job in IT and software. This is the size, this is the founder. So like now, if I want to go deeper research, as I was sharing earlier, I had a team that was doing all of this manually, but now I can come and like either do research with a drop-down question that already exists, or I could ask any question that I want. Okay. And if it's available on the internet, it will, find it and put it in a new column for me. So I could do very, very deep here. These are all B2B companies. Okay. So I could do very, very deep research. Let's say, for example, I want to say list the closest cafe. And it doesn't have to be a question. Okay. And it will literally do the research for me. And we use a lot of different tools for this. Perplexity.
Let's say, was it Perplexity? Probably be the top. Yeah.
It's a combination depending on the question. But yeah, that's a lot of time we spent building this. And then it basically just creates this. You could see the name of the cafe for each one. Okay. And then you could drop this into your messaging. And then we have all the signals. So this is what I was talking to you about earlier, where we've integrated all these different tools. Okay. So here, for example, if I want to show, let me just do 2 website visits, right? I could click on that. It will automatically pull it from SimilarWeb. This means that it's running and it's pulling them from SimilarWeb, and it'll create a new column for me showing me their website visits. This one is super cool. Here we go. Wow, this one has a lot of website visits. This one is super cool. This is company followers. So let's say I want to get a list of your competitors' followers, or tools that you're partnered with that you want to find their followers, who's following them on LinkedIn, or an influencer. We do really well with this campaign. It's a really great way to find people that are, in the space, following an influencer in the space. And that definitely is a great signal and a great way to kind of start a conversation. And then we've integrated with Built With for technology. YouTube, like I said, you can find their YouTube channels, their Instagram followers. Are they hiring? Have they closed funding? Are they running ads? Google Maps, which is great for local listings, so I don't have to go to Google Maps. And actually, what's great about Google Maps is I can also enrich it with additional data points. So I can run Google Maps and I could say, does this store have 3 locations? And I could ask additional, find me lookalikes that are similar to them. And that's the next one is Ocean lookalikes, to find companies or people that look like them. And every month we're integrating more and more. And so
you have backups. I always, devil's advocate, and don't get worried. Like, do you have a plan in case something changes with an API, or not that Google's going out of business, or like Perplexity, something changes? What would be, there are plenty of tools that rely on other tools, which is perfectly normal. But do you always plan? Do you have someone just sitting in a room thinking, just in case, just in case? What do we do?
We actually had that happen with Crunchbase. We had that happen with a few of them. And so, first of all, we've developed relationships with all of the tools that we integrate. Actually, with Crunchbase, we're using Appify. And so we have very good relationships with them. So that's number one. We're not just integrating, we have relationships, and then we're discussing with them. So any new features, any new APIs. For example, something happened with RocketReach. Their API actually was down for search for a little bit. And so there was like outages. So we, right away got informed. We're in discussion with their support. So we then have to relay that to our team. But I guess that would
Yeah.
have happened on Clay or any tool that's pulling their API.
Yeah.
But absolutely, you have to, you have to
Be
really have that.
prepared. Yeah, because in the SEO world, we had, everything went upside down with a lot of tools because Google
Oh yeah.
changed their APIs, and it was like such a headache, where
Yeah.
you had to
Yeah.
adjust, and plenty did, and then some they just couldn't figure it out. They were like, you know what? We weren't expecting Google to just change all the rules all of a sudden.
Exactly.
But I love
Yeah.
the dashboard, the way you did make this for me, for dummies, because it's like it's
Exactly.
easy to read, easy to see everything. I like how everything's organized.
Yeah.
You thought about the user. You didn't think just like an engineer, which is great.
No, like for me, I wanted to be able to use it, right? And so that's
Yes.
why I'm referring to like verifying the email. This is where it goes as well. So if it's valid or a catch-all, you just send it right here, click, click, and it creates a new column and verifies the email for you all in one location. So yeah, I wanted it to be on one screen, not to have to switch back and forth without having to like upload your list, then run it through another tool, then add it here again. So yeah, this is how we built it. And then
people will actually use this platform because a lot of people have platforms similar and we were just talking about this in the office yesterday. They don't even use the tool because it's such a headache to turn it on and then to find the other tools and open all the browser windows.
Exactly.
So this is all in one place.
This is all in one place. And then in addition, on the Smart Mail and Smart Link modules, this is where you can actually pull in that data and create those hyper-personalized mails. So I'll just show you an example. So this could be for email or for LinkedIn. Okay, so we have both messaging here. And actually there's 3 communication channels here because we also have mobile numbers as well. So you could pull a list of mobile numbers, add it to your dialer. And as well, you could upload your own email here. This is new. We just added this today. I'm so happy.
Breaking news. Nice.
I was waiting for this.
This happened for the second or third time. Between the demo, the founders have found out that they have a new feature. And we have announced it on the live session.
We have to say it's a LoudEgg exclusive. This was planned. Yeah. We were just going to show it to whoever showed up today.
Yeah, it was a surprise. We didn't know about it. Yeah.
They were actually supposed to upload this later tonight, but I'm very happy that they did it now. This is actually something new that we're going to be able to test and optimize different subject lines automatically on the back end. So you type in your subject line and it gives you other subject lines as well, and then it will A/B test for you. But anyway, this is one way to do it, is that you could actually pull the data and put it in your brackets, okay? So anything that you want to hyper-personalize can be placed in brackets. So here we're doing like get direct competitors lead list, so it would put in your direct competitor's name here. Whatever's in the brackets is hyper-personalized. So just as an example, like we wrote this, I noticed your target audience is, and it'll hyper-personalize based on each prospect's target audience, which is a hard lead list to build. And then again, we wrote this, and then we said, imagine being able to reach out to, and then we put in their competitor in the same country. And it's very similar to like a prompt that you would give any of the AI tools. You want to be very, very specific, and then it will hyper-personalize every single message, okay? And then in addition, I'll just share one last really cool feature that I love about this, because everybody, has their opinions about their emails. They either love them, they hate them. So you have the option to actually edit them. And when you edit them, it teaches the system your writing style, or you can give it a feedback prompt. So you could say, don't use this word, make the hyper-personalized section much shorter. And you can prompt it to, basically be in control of the way that it looks before you send it to the tools that we've integrated with. So we're integrated with SmartLead and Reply and actually HubSpot as well.
It's really nice.
Yeah, and then we have the LinkedIn side as well. And the LinkedIn side has like built-in automations that you could choose to send a LinkedIn campaign. So I'll quickly just show that now.
Does LinkedIn, is LinkedIn still finicky with the automation? Because I in the past I said I'm staying away from any tools that does the LinkedIn stuff because I've had my account suspended or blocked or all this stuff. Have they improved in that sense, or are they still?
I would say it's not that LinkedIn has improved, it's that the tools have improved. So for example, we chose HeyReach, which we've integrated with. HeyReach has an amazing feature that actually will reduce the sends. Even if you say I want to send 100 a week, which is the maximum, you can set it up in a way that HeyReach is going to stop sending if they see that it's too much. So they'll reduce the sends for you automatically. And we have not had any accounts, disconnected because of HeyReach, though my account was hacked.
Oh,
My
wow.
account was hacked a few weeks ago. And that was a completely different story.
Different
Unrelated.
story.
That was a story in and of itself. I could have a whole webinar on that.
That wasn't SmartReach, becoming self-aware and taking over.
Yeah, exactly. There were so many
Inside job. Inside job, yeah, SmartReach.
AI got real, man. Like, that's what I'm saying.
SmartReach, Skynet. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've actually chosen a few LinkedIn workflows that you can use that we've tested that work the best in terms of the automation. So I'll just show you. This is my favorite one, because I love first being able to follow someone, then liking their post, then sending the connection. The likelihood that they're going to connect to you is much higher. And if they don't post, you can like, you can heart, and this is all automated for you. And again, if it's using a tool like a HeyReach, where it's really monitoring it and making sure that it's, sending it in the right way, that it's following all of LinkedIn's terms and their rules, this can work really well. We're actually seeing a really big increase in LinkedIn versus email now. The challenge with LinkedIn is that you can only send, maximum 100 a week. So you have to have many profiles. And they do shut down profiles, even if you're a real person. You have to go through that whole verification process. So it needs to be a real person. But it's really working very well with the hyper-personalization.
But you feel like the LinkedIn space is definitely, you can make good connections there. Yeah.
Absolutely, you can make good connections. We're booking calls through there. So it's really working well for us. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the deal is on rockethub.com. You can bother Karan there with questions too. Anybody in the chat? Now it's also been I saw non-refundable, the deal, Karan, right? That's correct. I guess people are saying that's rare. We had a question from, where is he? Francois. Yeah, it's quite rare. Why choose this option? Might discourage many entrepreneurs from purchasing the solution. Is it because the AI, I guess the credits, you could use them pretty fast?
Do you want me to take that, Karan?
Oh yeah, either.
Okay. I think you're on mute. So yeah, the reason.
Yeah, you can take it.
Okay.
It was
Yeah. We were doing it really just to prevent abuse, to be honest with you, because we pay for every token. So all the tools that you've seen us that we integrate with, we're paying upfront for all of those tools. We've negotiated rates. We're paying monthly fees, so it literally could bankrupt us. It
could get very expensive very quickly. Yeah.
Tools are quite expensive, let me tell you. We're paying upfront for them, and we're discounting them for our users. And obviously, this lifetime deal is the only lifetime deal we're ever going to do, because it's really, really, really inexpensive.
It's rare, to see something like this with all this integration. And I see that you have the smart data, smart signals, all the smart stuff. That some things are they're one-time credits, and then and you could do add-ons, but the LTD buyers get a discount.
Yes, they get a discount, a pretty significant discount, 20% off of their price point.
Yeah, now it's 10%. So whoever got 20% is done. Yeah, you reduced it.
It's 10%.
You got lucky.
Early birds get lucky all the time.
Yeah, and in addition, we are giving, which is also very rare, recurring smart agent credits, recurring smart mail credits, so you could keep using it every month. And I would say that the research tool, the smart agent that I showed you, is one of the most powerful components that you can really do, because every client I'm talking to now, I have one client that I just spoke to that was like, listen, we only want companies that are using this kind of AI. Okay, it's very hard. Like, no, even built with can't give me that information.
That search feature you showed.
So that smart agent can search and see, okay, what type of is like listed on their website or publicly available. It's really amazing.
And that's reoccurring. That you get the credits in the deal. So that's lifetime.
Yes.
Wow, that's a good deal just for that alone, having that search, and especially if you don't have Perplexity subscription, which gets expensive. So you kind of have Perplexity in a way there.
And you have these leads with, and by the way, the LinkedIn's are also monthly. So you get their LinkedIn profiles every month as well. at no cost. So there's a lot of freebies in there. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's
and
nice.
I would say this, right? I mean, anyone who, I mean, of course, it's a non-refundable, but if you think that you want to try it first, so you can go to SmartReach AI, sign up for the free trial and get 50 credits, and then decide if you want to buy or not. Look, I mean, the whole point of making a deal refundable, non-refundable. In the back in the day, you bought a software. It
That's
was
it.
it was
Yeah.
not refundable. I mean, so all you want to do is just you want to try the product, right? You want to see is it good for me or not. That's the point of making it refundable. You just don't just buy it for the fun. Oh, I have $500. Should I buy a software today? No, you're buying it because you need it, right? So if you want to try it out before you kind of go and make the decision, go and sign up for the free trial, use the data, come back, and then buy it. Then
Yeah.
you're sure that
Yeah.
you want it. Otherwise, why would you buy it? You wouldn't. If you have to test out our checkout system, then buy it. Our checkout system is pretty strong, so you don't want to test that.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
yeah, it's not a will
Oh,
rocket
I
or
didn't.
break
That
down.
button. That button clicked
Yeah,
itself. I didn't know what happened. I didn't buy it. You're gonna get that.
yeah. I mean, yeah, Rocket Up's checkout is pretty strong, man. I wanted to check that out. I mean, no, you're not. You're buying it for yourself. So
Yeah.
go
Yeah. Don't
ahead
just
and
check it out.
sign up for
Yeah.
a free trial, and then come and buy. And if you have any issues, any problems, the support is pretty strong from Shira's team. She's got a pretty big team everywhere in the world, so they're reachable anytime. So just go ahead and try it out.
Yeah. Is your team, Shira? It's in Israel, and then you said you had others outside the country.
Yeah, we have a team. We have teams across the world. As Karan mentioned, we have a very large team in South Africa. We have a team in India. We have a team in the Philippines. So we're kind of all over.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
we said, we have a
So
very strong support team that's available and is happy to jump on a call. We've already had some calls to kind of walk through the users how to use it best. Questions on what signals they should use. So we're really there to help every step of the way.
I love that your website has an about page, and I was impressed that there's a team, and I told Karan right away, oh my God, they have a team. There's pictures of the people that are behind this
yeah.
platform. That's getting rare these days.
Yeah, that's Rocket Up's policy that we have told for every founder, everyone who launches. It's important for you to have the About Us section and Team section. The reason is simple. Right now, buyers are very conscious of whom they're buying from. So they have to know the history of the founder, where they're from, what have they done in the past, how big is the team. So it's not just it's good for Rocket Up's deals, but it's good for founders in the long term because anyone is
It's
coming in. The
it's
trust factor
huge.
increases like this, so you would get more
Yeah.
signups on your website.
It's huge for each signals for the Google signals especially. It help you
Yeah.
in search because Google itself wants to know who's the team, what's your expertise or a background. So it's very important and you're not like engineer first, Shira, but the engineers that are founders, they're great. They build these amazing products, but they don't think about everything else. Like who are we? The important stuff, the story behind it, and investing in founders is very important too. So
Yeah,
it's not just
absolutely.
it's your vision.
Yeah.
Have you gotten a lot of
Exactly.
feedback from like Rocket Hub users where they're like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Or I'm sure your other subscription, and then you have to decide what to stay focused on and not deviate. Is it tough?
It's very tough because we have a lot like, can we use our own API keys? That has come up a lot.
Yeah.
That we actually made a conscious decision because we actually heard from other partners that we've partnered with that was a nightmare. So not to do that, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to. I really am a big believer in listening to my users. Like, what do they really want? But the truth is, I encourage them to kind of use the tool first and then come to me and say, okay, what about this? What about that? One thing that we are doing that has come up a lot also was to be able to upload your own CSV of data. So that is definitely in the roadmap. And there was a few other things like the catch-all verification also in the roadmap. So definitely, I love hearing it. And I would love to hear other integrations that they would want as well. Does it support? No, right now we are already integrated with Perplexity. So you don't need to use your, that's the value of it. You don't need to pay anymore for your tokens, through Perplexity. You can do it straight through us.
Nice. Here we go. Oh, Rohani. So the deep research uses the data from scrapes or native API?
I'm not really understanding that, but we have API. They're not using the users API.
Okay.
There are APIs. So we're integrated with Perplexity. We're integrated with OpenAI, with Gemini, with all of them. And so we pull the best ones based on the, type. Like for Smart Mail, we'll decide which one to use. For Smart Link, so we're basically, our APIs are connected to them.
What's your favorite LLM, like AP, like AI? Is it for different use cases? I'm not even saying for SmartReach, but in general.
Right,
Is there one that you have a favorite, or you're not allowed to say because you could get in
no,
trouble with?
I love Perplexity. I'll be honest with you. I
Yes.
think that's up there for me. Perplexity, and we actually named her Sheila
Oh.
because we use her so much.
I like that, Sheila.
Yeah, on my team. Yeah. So far that's my favorite. Just in terms, I love, because for me, I love the data sources,
Me
and it
too.
pulls so many different sources for me, and it shows me where it found it, and I love that. Whereas with the others, I have to be very specific. Show me your sources, and you have to use it. Whereas Perplexity just automatically does this deep research. So I love it.
Yeah, I love to start like a blog, like an article off with Perplexity. I feel like
Yeah.
that's the starting
Yeah.
point, and then I'll switch to like Claude or something.
Yes, Claude also. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
fun.
Yesterday someone gifted me a 10 months enterprise version of Perplexity.
What?
I jumped on it.
Nice.
Someone
Yes, and now
gifted
10
you?
months I'm using it.
You
Yeah.
gotta pay it forward, Karan. You gotta pay it forward. You gotta give me and Shira access to that.
Let's on that.
Come on, my
So
birthday's coming up, Karan. If you wanna do.
no worries. So what I did was I just kind of went ahead and I said, give me an itinerary for a 7-day trip to Greece, right?
Okay.
So it went ahead and kind of took around 5 minutes, and it kind of made the whole thing for me. I'm like, I don't need a travel agent after that. I'll just follow this itinerary, and
I
I
love
go and hit Greece right this.
Yes,
It's crazy.
I did that also, by the way. My daughter and I were taking her graduation trip to Tuscany. And I was very
Ah.
specific. I was like, she wants to see the stars. She wants to snorkel. She had very specific things. And it completely made the itinerary based on her, told me where to stay, what's close, how to rent a car. I mean, it's unbelievable.
You're a good mom, mom of the year. And they can say, and then your daughter's like, wow, my mom's, and you're like, Perplexity helped a little.
Yeah, exactly.
Francois, what is the source of the data? What percentage of existing businesses in France is covered? I think Francois.
The truth is the main, there's so many different sources. So I showed them earlier, but the main source is RocketReach. So if you want to check out RocketReach, I think they, have most contacts in France covered, but we could take a look at that deeper together.
And we integrate with other auto reply tools.
I think they mean email sender tools. Is that what they mean? Like
probably, yeah.
So that is actually one of the things that's coming up. First of all, we have a way right now that you can just download the CSV of the hyper-personalized mails and data and upload it to your CRM or your tool. But we will be adding like either a Zapier or similar type integration as well, so that you can connect it to all your different tools.
Rouhani, so it's kind of like having an internal mailing system as well, or is it going through external?
This is a mistake that a lot of users make. We are not sending the mail. We're just building the list and creating the mail. Then you use the tools. We didn't start recreating the mailer tools. They exist and they're like instantly. They're great and they're a beast. So we decided, like, after speaking to a lot of users, they didn't want to leave their tools, so we didn't want to just say, okay, if you have to use us, you have to leave your tool. You can just integrate and keep using your tool.
So like SmartReach, I mean, for people to just join, what are alternatives to it? Not that we want people going elsewhere, but what space? Is it basically Clay? It seems to be Clay, but more. There's other things. It's kind of unique, right? You're not just...
It is.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good.
So I would say this, right? I mean, for example, if you're using Clay, right? Let me tell you, you cannot start using Clay from today itself. You need to understand how it works. You need to kind of go through the documentation, which is pretty intense. If you see Clay, it's not an easy product to start using for anyone. You need to have some information about how to connect data, how to kind of enrich data, which button to push, so you get the right results. And then it's the integrations, which is crazy. So, but this you can start using the moment you buy it. It's pretty the step-by-step process, and the team is important, right? The support team is important. With Clay, it's tough to get hands on the support.
Oh yeah, it's so
But
big that you
yeah,
can't get
so big.
anyone.
It's not easy to. Oh, can you like help me out? I'm stuck over here. So that's not
Yeah.
easy with Clay. And of course, in the future, I mean, of course, SmartReach will become big, but right now they're doing the job of having everything in one place, so you don't leave your product. I mean, you don't need to leave it at all. You need to even log into HeyReach to launch your LinkedIn campaigns, right? So do it all at one place. It's find the information, launch it from one place. That's how it is.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
That was
Do you,
my vision, yeah, to
the
really
vision
have this
for it.
one place, yeah. And I would say there are a lot of new tools that are coming out that are very similar to Clay, like the Clay competitors, but most of them are using this like Airtable format,
Yeah.
which I find very, like, even me, who's very advanced in these tools, I've been using them for years. I find them very difficult to figure out. Okay, what do I start with, the chicken or the egg? Do I first find this list? Then what do I add? How do I need to now hyper personalize by adding in my API? It's very complex, and you need some type of GTM engineers to kind of set it up for you. And so I'm really targeting SMBs that don't have those GTM engineers, that are like, or the SDRs themselves that need to build and hit their quotas, and they just need to start signing up day one and running.
Now, if someone support wise, you mentioned your support team. Do you prefer like they email you? Do you have Discord? Do you do like calls? Do you do calls
Yeah.
like your support team will do
Mhm.
one-on-ones and stuff like that?
Absolutely, we want that. Okay, so
Yeah.
first of all, we use intercom,
Okay.
so you can communicate with the team through the tool, and we encourage the one-on-one onboarding calls because we really want to show you how to use it, how to get the best use of it. And so absolutely, and if you're having real technical problems, and we'll jump on a call to kind of show our CTO what's happening so that we can replicate it. Because we are new, there are definitely bumps, but we're here to help and fix it pretty quickly.
This is good. We've gone through, I guess, the demo, the questions. You've been great, Shira. I mean, and for people who are just joining, Shira is in Israel currently, so this is interesting and tough times. But you're a serious founder. Like Karan and myself were saying, I don't know if we could do a webinar right now, so trying to make it quick, but we're with you. So.
Thank you. It's a very
Uh,
good distraction also to like not focus
yeah.
on
Yeah.
it.
How has it changed? I mean, we talk about workflows in LoudEgg. How does this change your workflow? Like how do you work when all this is happening? You
The
know?
truth is, I'll be honest with you, I kind of feel like when I had newborns because I'm not sleeping. Do you remember that, when you would like be woke
Yeah.
every two
Oh,
hours? Yeah, so that's what it's like, because the nights are very hard. You're literally running to the bomb shelter every night. And it's like 1 o'clock, then 3 o'clock, then 5 o'clock. And so the second you fall asleep, it happens again. So I'm just honestly, the hardest thing for me is the exhaustion. And I think that's part of this war, is just to exhaust us. And it's definitely a weapon that is strong. But coffee has become my best
I was about
friend,
to ask, like, how much
more than
coffee do you drink
before.
or tea? More
Yes.
than for like every hour? You have
It's
to.
not even a joke. In the morning, I need to have like two or three. It gets me going. But I'm tired, but I'm also a mom, so I remember feeling this tired. This is like
Yeah.
what it's
So
like
it
for
feels
me.
like that where you're just kind
It
of like
feels like,
walking around in a daze.
that jet lag feeling. That's what it feels
Yeah.
like.
Well,
Yeah.
you did this webinar excellent, right, Karan? I mean, better than
Yeah,
me. I'm
that's why
like,
I'm saying. I said
I have
I'd
no
be
excuse.
screaming like a monkey. I would like, oh shit, like, gotta go back, man.
Go
And
back.
that's how I
Yeah.
have to.
I'd be like,
Yeah,
what was that? Was that my alarm? Was that my alarm?
it was
No.
like,
Telling you
oh
guys,
shit, I just
it's
saw
a
someone coming, and I'm like, fuck.
Do they have Wi-Fi? I mean, this is a dumb question. In the shelter, do you
so
have
that actually it's not
you have a
funny
computer set
because
up? Like,
no, I have my so basically we have a 10-minute warning, now it's down to 5.
okay.
So we have some time. So my friends always joke, like, what do you do in your 5 minutes? Like, make a quick cup of coffee,
Yeah,
grab
go.
your laundry, like whatever it is
Yeah.
So I grab my dog, my laptop, my daughter,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
three.
Don't forget about her.
My dog, my daughter, my laptop, and my phone. But the reception is pretty crappy. So I just told my husband, who's my IT advisor, that he needs to, set up some more Wi-Fi downstairs.
Like a hotspot,
I think so. I think we need
yeah.
another hotspot there because I'm working there. But Thank God we were not staying. We had anticipated to be in there for days, and that would have been terrible. We're in and out, in and out. So, 10, 15 minutes, I could be on my phone, and then I come back up and continue working.
But do you have your own like place to
We
go,
do.
or it's not a group
do. So
setup?
you could see that I'm in a house here. This is the attic
Yeah,
floor.
you're in your house. So your house has.
The law in Israel, we built this house like 8 years ago. So the law is that you have to build a bomb shelter. But
Yeah.
I was in Jerusalem at my brother's on Friday and Saturday, and they do not. A lot of the older Jerusalem homes
They don't have.
them, and they have 3 little kids. We were literally running through the streets.
Oh, so you have to go to the big one. Yeah.
To the main. It's called a miklat. It's like the public shelter. And it was terrifying. And those kids were so traumatized, I have to tell you. They were shaking. It was very scary. There's a big difference between running. It was a 3-minute run. It wasn't just like, and it was a few times during the night.
Yeah.
So that was intense. That was really intense. I feel very blessed that I know it's crazy to say, but I feel very blessed to have a bomb shelter in my home. Not everybody has that.
Wow.
Not a crazy thing to say,
How old's your daughter?
So I have older kids. My oldest is 26 and my youngest is 18.
Oh, nice.
I'm 26 as well.
You what?
There you go.
I'm 20. Yeah, I'm 26.
I'm 29. I don't know how that happened. It's a miracle.
And I'm gonna be 50. I'm 50. Wow,
Yeah.
26, 18. So does it, because I have, mine are 8 and 6, and does it get easier when they get older?
First of all, okay, I have 26. My second is getting married. He's 23.
That's right.
And then
Congratulations.
I have a 20-year-old. She's a paramedic. She's probably dealing with the hardest. She's running out to all the, the sites. Yeah. And the boy that she's dating was shot in Gaza. So he's in Soroka Hospital that got hit this morning, which was crazy.
Oh, I saw. Yeah. Is he okay?
Yeah, thank God it was a miracle story there. They literally evacuated that surgical floor last night. Like, it was really a miracle.
Yeah, I woke up and I saw the pictures. It's horrible.
It was such a boom this morning. But yeah, so that was great. So yeah, we have a lot. And my oldest son is he's somewhere in the Army, also in reserve duty. So yeah, it's crazy. But yes, to answer your question, it gets much easier, especially around the sleep. And they become your best friends. They become like these people that you just want to be with and hang out with.
Well, my 8-year-old loves me. She's my best buddy. And then the 6-year-old, the cute, super cute one. Well, they're both cute, but Scarlett, she does not like me a lot. She's like Stewie. I don't know if you watch Family Guy and Baby Stewie. I call her Stewie. I was like, sometimes, do you like Daddy? No. She just but then she tells my wife she does.
Oh, trust me, it gets better as they get older.
Yeah. All right. So we covered a lot. I don't want to keep you. I could talk to you forever, Shira. I mean, this is great convo. And I know Karan is like, what are you doing over there, Karan? You're in Maine. I don't know where you are with your background.
Yes, where are you with those beautiful books?
Yeah, I'm just good background. We've right now in my city, Bengaluru, it's kind of opposite weather. So it's like one of the best cities in India to have the best weather. So Joe knows this. So it's like all over India we have 45 degrees Celsius right now in north. If you have heard of Rajasthan by any chance, that desert in the north.
Yeah.
That's the location with all the palaces, all the royals used to live and still live over there. We have my city over there where I used to live before my birthplace goes 50 degrees maximum, 50 degrees Celsius in June. Right now it's June happening. There's 50 degrees over there, and where I'm right now in south, it is around 23 degrees.
Oh wow!
So outside is pretty cool weather, so you can go out, have fun. So that's the diversity of India. It's like where somewhere it's too hot and then it's too cold.
We don't have that. We don't have that in Israel because we're the size of New Jersey. So
your population size is equivalent to my city where I'm right now.
Crazy, right? It's so crazy.
Yeah.
And look what we're doing. Yeah.
The weather in Israel is nice.
It is hot. It is very hot. And we don't have an air conditioner in our bomb shelter. So it's very hot.
Oh, I guess you can't, right? It wouldn't be.
Go through all these, checks and everything because it has to be really secure.
Hey, it's nice joined in.
Yeah. But we definitely have different, I would say, terrain within a very small country. So you have like deserts, and then you have tons of greenery, and then you have the Dead Sea, and then you have, it's beautiful.
I hear it's beautiful, and it's definitely an interesting place I want to go to. I mean, not now, but it's on my list.
There are no flights, so it will be hard to come now.
No,
but
yeah.
I hear there are some skippers taking some people from Cyprus.
Wow! Get a boat. There you go. Karan, come on. Did you hear that from Perplexity?
Yeah.
I have friends that are stuck there, so they're trying to get back. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the Indian Prime Minister was in Cyprus right now.
Oh really?
He left Cyprus. Yeah, he left Cyprus, and then he was in Croatia.
Yeah, he was in Croatia.
Zagreb. He was
hanging out.
Yeah, he was in Zagreb, and then he came back.
We can meet in Cyprus. It's just a hot.
We could meet there. You want to meet? We'll meet in Croatia too, or whatever you guys want to do. We'll have a meetup. We'll have a meetup, and Shira, if you ever need a distraction webinar from what's going on, we are here for you anytime, and we could do more when the updates happen. With the SmartReach, and that'll be great. It's available rockethub.com, right, Karan? And for how long will it be on there? 30 days.
Yeah, we are estimating it. Yeah, it's for 30 days minimum, but it depends because Rocket Week is coming in. So this is the announcement I'm making for again exclusively on LoudEgg. Rocket Week is coming in. Yeah, you heard it first on LoudEgg. So nice. Rocket Week is coming in on July 07, which is a Monday after the Independence Week in the US. So we thought, okay, we should release up if people will be coming after the holidays, the weekends. So we should do a July 7th launch. So we have included, of course, SmartReach is in the cohort. So we said, okay, you guys are in the cohort. So all of the extra traffic we're going to send, you're going to get it. Great. So they're going to remain till Rocket Week and after Rocket. Whenever Shira wants us to end it, we'll end it. So yeah, it's going on.
Cool. So you're there for Rocket Week. All right. Good.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone, please check out the deal. I'm going to actually test it out. I haven't. I just wanted to do the webinar first, take a look and see what was going on.
And if you have any questions,
it looks like I could handle it. It doesn't look too complicated. I promise I won't break it.
Okay.
And then, And everyone, thanks for joining. And we did this nice session. And SmartReach. Go to smartreachai.com. You want more info on the site, the team, the platform. Shira, thank you again. Don't want to keep you. Get some rest if you can.
You need to use some rest.
Yeah.
So. Get some chai if you want to.
Okay. Good idea. Thanks, guys.
Okay, thanks. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Karan. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Stay safe.
Have a good day.